Can I share the screen now?
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
So I'll start. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to this Creative Warrior online program powered by Vidya Dan. Here we have our own expert who have been with us twice earlier, Mr. Ranjit Mohanty ji. As it's always a pleasure to invite him and introduce him, I'd like to take this privilege again to introduce Sir to you all. So would like to mention about Sir that he is a filmmaker. He's called Ryaanh. Aka Ranjit was personally mentored by Christopher Doyle, Emily Young, Andres Viel, Makhmalbaf. I think
Makhmalbaf.
Yes, I'm mispronouncing this family.
Yeah.
Adoor Gopalakrishnan, Aparna Sen, and A.K. Beer during his professional journey. Growing up with the best of both worlds when compared to popular and artistic content in both the genres of animation and live action. Ranjit sir has already conducted a workshop for stop motion, which was quite appreciated throughout, and I got many compliments for the same workshop. Ranjit ji is engaged in sharing his experiences and expertise with the world through his own found PACAD Animation Studio and an indigenous raised OTT called AAO NXT since its inception days. A filmmaker since 1995, a graphic novelist, educationist, copywriter, editor, film entrepreneur, he has been earning many laurels uh, for the country also, and he is appreciated throughout the country. I'll say he's conducting a session for Odia, focusing on Odisha, but he is one person who's appreciated in the entire industry. And whenever we mention about uh, doing a session with Sir, it's always welcome with open arms. So let's quickly call Sir, and I'll quickly remove the screen where he's looking very handsome. So we'll quickly remove the screen now. Yes, sir. Welcome. Most welcome, sir.
Hi. Hi, Pooja. Thank you very much for this wonderful introduction. I'm really privileged, and whatever I had been today is because of the bodies, authorities, and the people like you, not only from my place, but also from national level like MESC and other organizations. Last year, I'm thankful to Ashish and others that they had recommended me as one of the CII speakers, CII Summit FX speakers. So anyways, but let me start sharing my screen if everybody is here. If we are streaming live on YouTube.
Yes, sir. And so we are talking about ecosystem essentials for M&E industry. Are we talking about the technical segments, or are we talking about overall M&E industry?
I am coming to that. Okay. Very good question raised by you. So sure, let me start sharing the screen.
Yes, please. So over to you. I'm just staying at the back end.
Yes. So this is what I had made in a very short period of time. As time was very short right now for me. Every minute hour is counting for me. Gracefully, I am fit. I'm getting fitter day by day. When Pooja had started questioning this, what is ecosystem essential? So what is, let me ask Pooja, if you can unmute yourself and reply, what is your ecosystem? How you survive?
We normally talk about skilling ecosystem where we are working with
Yeah.
industry and
No, that is
academia.
okay. But any ecosystem, what does it mean? Like a person, an individual who is born, what is the ecosystem supporting him or her to get
Yes.
nourished and grow?
The surroundings, the I'll pass.
Yeah.
I'll
No, it's
learn.
basically the environment we live in,
Yes.
the all the elements, the oxygen in itself we are consuming, and we start with that. And this is I'm just coming with all these elements on which we have an habitat or ecosystem. ଆଉ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଓଡିଆରେ ଶୁଣିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ବି କହିଦଉଛି, ଯଦି ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଇକୋସିଷ୍ଟମ ଭିତରେ କାମ କରୁଛୁ, ଲାଇକ୍ ଆମେ ପୃଥିବୀ ଭିତରେ ରହୁଛୁ, ପୃଥିବୀର ଯୋଉ ପାଣି, ପବନ, ମାଟି, ଯୋଉ ପାଞ୍ଚଟି ଆମର ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ ଅଛି, ଯୋଉଠି ପାଞ୍ଚଟି ଭୂତ ଅଛି, ପଞ୍ଚଭୂତ, ତା ଥ୍ରୁରେ ଆମେ ସର୍ଭାଇଭ କରୁଛୁ। ସେଇଥିରୁ ଆମେ ବହୁତ ଉଦ୍ଭିଦ କି ପ୍ରାଣୀ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟକ୍ଷ ପରୋକ୍ଷ ଭାବରେ ଆମେ ସପୋର୍ଟ ପାଉଛୁ, ଆମେ ଗ୍ରୋ କରୁଛୁ। ସେଇଭଳି ମିଡିଆ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଏଣ୍ଟରଟେନମେଣ୍ଟ ର ବି ଗୋଟେ ହାବିଟାଟ ଅଛି। So ତାର element କଣ ରହିଲା? So coming back to English version of the same, Pooja and others who are listening, the media entertainment habitat consists of few things. So I had broken it down into three major segments of this habitat. One habitat is elements. Elements jota ODR କହିଲେ panchabhuta. So here there are also panchabhuta. So the panchabhuta, if you talk about elements, earth, the earth itself provides us a market. The market where we actually sell our product, get something for nourishing. Like on earth, we seed a plant and then we get a tree coming out of it and we get fruits. So basically that's a marketplace. So earth where I am indirectly telling that this habitat amar gote marketplace achi, jota ki ame jaha bhi content develop karuchu, jaha karuchu, se content ku ame se marketplace through re ame e karuchu. So se marketplace re buyers rohuchanti, like ଆପଣ ବଡ ବାୟର୍ସ କହିଲେ production houses or distribution houses, ସେଟାକୁ ମୁଁ sky ହିସାବରେ provide କରିଛି, because we are going out, going up to see who are the buyers. So that is why I told sky as buyers. And then water is basically going through river and other things, it's flowing. So that is a distribution channel we are talking about here. So whatever content we develop in media and entertainment, those distribution channel actually helps us to reach where it has to be. Then how we can take it there? So it is doing the promotions, which I am telling as one of the elements, and through promotions we reach out, whether it is direct promotion, indirect promotion, social media, digital promotion, whatever. So, and then lastly, fire is like, when we go to kitchen, we fire and we cook something. So that is done by our production hubs. In production houses, we create content, whether it is audiovisual content, or it's a print media content, or it's any other form of content. So there is a production mechanism goes into it. The fire we put in, and we get a content out of it. And there are also small guerrilla producers, which we can call them incubators. So who also produce similarly. So like the big size, small size, live boat size people, production houses, all these people serve in the whole habitat. Like we live in a earth, there are people who are surviving, there are creatures who are surviving, there are big creatures from ants to antelopes, everybody is surviving. So ଆମେ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ କହିଲେ ଗୋଟେ ଜୀବ ଜଗତ ଭିତରେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ପିମ୍ପୁଡ଼ି କୀଟ ପତଙ୍ଗ ଠାରୁ ନେଇକିରି ଗୋଟେ ବଡ଼ ଡାଇନୋସର ବଡ଼ whale ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସର୍ଭାଇଭ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଇକୋସିଷ୍ଟମ ହାବିଟାଟ ରେ। ସୋ ଏଇଟା ତାଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ହାବିଟାଟ ଟା ଗୋଟେ ଏମିତି ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ସେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ସ୍କୋପ ଦିଏ, ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ସ୍ପେସ୍ ଦେଇଛି, ସମସ୍ତେ ତା ଦେହରେ ପରଫର୍ମ କରିବାକୁ ପଡେ ଆଉ ସମସ୍ତେ ତା ଦେହରେ ସର୍ଭାଇଭ କରିବେ ଆଉ ଗ୍ରୋ ବି କରିବେ। ଫ୍ୟାସିଲିଟି ଇଜ ଦେୟାର। ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ ନଟ୍ ଲାଇକ୍ କି ଗୋଟେ ହାବିଟାଟ ଭିତରେ ଗୋଟେ ହେଲ୍ଦି ହାବିଟାଟ ଭିତରେ ଗୋଟେ ପର୍ଟିକୁଲାର କ୍ରିଏଚର ସର୍ଭାଇଭ କରୁଥିବ, ଗ୍ରୋ କରୁଥିବ, ଫ୍ୟାସିଲିଟେଟ ହଉଥିବ, ଅଲଗା କ୍ରିଏଚର ହେଇପାରୁ ନଥିବେ। That means it's not an healthy habitat. ଏଟା ସେଟା ଏତେ healthy habitat ନୁହେଁ। ତେଣୁ ଆମ media entertainment habitat ରେ ସେ ଜିନିଷଟା ରହିବା ଦରକାର। ସବୁ small, big, all these things has to be there. These are essentials of a healthy ecosystem in any industry, anything. And we are talking about media and entertainment thing, which is very creative, and every day we find new things, new contents are coming up. And coming back to the second segment of this habitat, which is oxygen. So without oxygen, what we do? We cannot breathe, we cannot live. So like media and entertainment, oxygen is content. First thing is the content has to be qualitative and constantly producing content, and because everywhere people consume stories. Without stories, we can go mad within 2-3 months. So whole world is consuming stories, we consume stories, everybody consumes stories. So content टा होची सबुठार बड़ जिंस ऑक्सीजन हमर हैबिटेट रो मीडिया एंटरटेनमेंट इकोसिस्टम रो सेटा बहुत एसेंशियल। तापरे को फॉर्मेट रे हम करूछु बिकॉज़ फॉर्मेट्स आर चेंजिंग ऑलवेज। हमर गोटे माने थिएटर फर्स्ट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होतला, तापरे टेलीविजन आसिला, तापरे हमर डिजिटल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम आसिला, डायरेक्ट टू होम सिस्टम आसिला। नाउ एवरीथिंग वी आर गेटिंग ऑन मोबाइल. So formats are ever changing and growing, but it is also an oxygen. It's a form of oxygen, because without that format, we cannot consume the content. So whether it is a audiovisual content or an audio content, or it's simply an image, or it is a printed document, whatever. So, and then this content, how it will look good. What is presentation style? Like somebody had said, there is not more than 6 stories in the world. So how we get millions of stories? It is only the difference in presentation, telling, storytelling. How we actually tell the story is more important than the story itself. So it is presentation is also a component of oxygen, what we breathe in the media entertainment ecosystem. And then we are talking about another component of oxygen, which is seasonal versus classical supply system. So seasonal is what, like every season we change, like summer comes, winter comes, and other forms of season comes. Similarly, in content market, we constantly get different kinds of upgradation, evolution in our content. You can recently see how in last 2-3 years the audience of Indian audience had grown up like anything due to OTTs, web, digital contents. Audience had grown with leaps and bounds. We cannot show them what we are showing them 5 years, 7 years, 10 years back. Now they have discarded all these things. You see, there are big films are failing, big contents are crashing down. So it's obviously not big in terms of production value, but in terms of the content value, the quality of the content, the storytelling pattern, the presentation, and the way it is getting distributed to us. And then called a classical supply system that is obviously applicable to all generation, which works beyond the time and all. So there's a narrative style which works throughout the ages. Like even if today also we adopt Shakespeare's Shakespeare's plays into various formats, say it is films, series, whatever. So this is a classical supply system. So this is the second component. Ita jo second component ta kahili apana manku odia re kochi je seasonal supply system jota achi amaro pratek quarter re, pratek din, pratek ghanta, pratek minute re content ro gote evolution chalichi, constant competition chalichi je gote bhallo content asi paribo au trendy content asi paribo, that is seasonal. किंतु किछि कंटेंट अछि जोटा कि कालजयी क्लासिकल जोटा को हमको इंग्लिश रे कहू जे जेमति शेक्सपियर को कहानी रो एपर्यंत भी एडाप्टेशन चलीची आउ सेटा भी एबे भी लोक कंज्यूम करूचंती आउ ताको एन्जॉय करछन. सो दिस इज सेकंड, एटा होची हमर सेकंड कंपोनेंट थिला जोटा मो हिसाब रे मु ताको कैटेगराइज करिची हम हैबिटेट पाई. देन थर्ड कंपोनेंट इज द एनवायरनमेंट. एनवायरनमेंट कोन करे हमकु नरिश करे, हमकु भलो पागरे भल जलवायु रहिले आमे भल हेल्दी ग्रो करू, आम देह भल रहे, आमर ये रहे. सो ता भितरे आमर लिविंग फोर्सेस भी हमकु सपोर्ट करंती, माने प्लांट्स माने उद्भिद माने सपोर्ट करंती, किछि लिविंग बीइंग्स को थ्रू रू प्रोडक्ट्स लाइक खीर आमे गाई ठारू खाई की सर्वाइव करू, नॉन लिविंग फोर्सेस ये करू. सेही भली आमर एठी एनवायरनमेंट कोन हबो मीडिया एंटरटेनमेंट रे आमर जो वर्क फोर्स अच्छी जो कॉन्स्टेंटली हमें कंटेंट डेवलप करछु ता पछरे जो वर्क फोर्स अच्छी जो राइटिंग रु नहीं करी फ्रॉम स्क्रिप्ट टू स्क्रीन, फ्रॉम आइडिशन टू स्क्रीन गोटे बड़ चेन ऑफ वर्क फोर्स काम करछुंती. तो तांकू नरिशमेंट दवा पई वी शुड हैव प्रॉपर एकेडमिक सेटअप, आमर प्रॉपर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर रहितबा दरकार, तांकू एक्सपेरिमेंट करिया पाई, तांकू ये करिया पाई गोटे सपोर्टिव सिस्टम रहितबा दरकार. सेटा आइदर गोटे लिविंग बीइंग को थ्रू रे हो किबा नॉन लिविंग किछि गोटे सिस्टम लाइक टेक्नोलॉजी थ्रू रे हो. सो एटा होची गोटे ये रहिबा दरकार. तो जेमति गोटे बड़ इकोसिस्टम रे गोटे छोटो छुआटे जन्म होची कि नुआ क्रिएचर टे आसुची ताकू सेठी अडॉप्ट करिया को आमे अडॉप्ट करिया पई चांस दोछु, ताकू खाइया दोछु, बड़ हवा दोछु, ए करछु. तो सेटा गोटे हेल्दी इकोसिस्टम पई बहुत बहुत इंपोर्टेंट. जे नॉर्मली कोन होची रिसेंटली आई हर्ड a word called nepotism. So through nepotism what happened, a lot of people are actually not getting into this creative business, not actually getting an opportunity to exercise there. Thanks to YouTube, there are a lot of unique talents had come up, but it has also a flip side. So what I am trying to tell you here, in media and entertainment ecosystem, there has to be a mutual adaptability. आमर गोटे म्यूचुअल एडाप्टेबिलिटी रहा दरकार. किछि गोटे नुआ फ्रेश मेकर से आसला, फ्रेश राइटर्स से आसला, फ्रेश टेक्नीशियंस आसला, फ्रेश से आसला, आमे ताकू एक्सेप्ट करबा डिपेंडिंग ऑन हिज और हर कैलिबरिटी विदाउट judging and giving them opportunity. We cannot simply discard them. We should not be always nepotist to have a healthy ecosystem. So my request is for the entire community, media entertainment ये पाई जे गोटे म्यूचुअल एडाप्टेबिलिटी रहबा दरकार. सेटा हले कोन हले किछि फ्रेश आइडिया थिबो, सेटा कि माने मे बी इट कैन आल्सो गिव lot of payback to the entire system. Who knows, you will also get benefited by giving an opportunity to a fresh maker, fresh talent and fresh content. So seita gote बहुत important जिंस. So mutual adaptability is very important. for a healthy ecosystem in media and entertainment should give enough scope to the newborn things, fresh things, to take them grow and make them accountable, make them profitable in terms of commercial values, and also make them uh, make them feel that it is important. We should consume this content. So it is very important for this uh, part of the environment that we should have adaptability mindset in this thing. This is ecosystem essential. Seasonal graduation is what you know. What I am telling you that the contents are evolving, trending every moment, every month, every quarter, every week. So accordingly, we have to graduate ourselves. And it will not go to that because audience is also growing. We are not noticing that. We mostly, a lot of makers make a flaw over here. We don't actually recognize the audience intellectual growth. We should not underestimate their intellectual growth. If you are staying in the media entertainment content market, we have to be on the edge, and we also need to have constant talking to them. Then only we can actually be successful, and this ecosystem will be really healthy and growing. Then comes one major part of the environment is distribution channel. Like we have a water cycle. The water goes in the river and it gets vaporized through sun, and then cloud formation, again rain, and it is having a complete cycle. So for any environment, any ecosystem, there is a cycle of distribution has to be there. Then only it can have a constant churning of revenue and constant churning of survival in place. So this is how briefly I had told what are the essentials of ecosystem. And coming back to Odisha, media and entertainment ecosystem Odisha ର ଯୋଉଟା ଅଛି ତ ଆମର ପାଖରେ କଣ advantages ଅଛି? We should discuss the positive side of our own land. Media entertainment ରେ ଆମେ କଣ କରିପାରିବୁ ଆଉ କଣ ଆମର advantages ଅଛି? So the first point of advantages we have is creative and artistic workforce. No doubt there are a lot of creative and artistic talents over here, and throughout the ages you had seen from literary to art to dance forms to everything, music, everywhere people excel, and this workforce is a great advantage. Odisha ଆମ ପାଖରେ ବହୁତ talents ଅଛନ୍ତି, and unfortunately lot of people get drained. Either they migrate to other industries or they simply succumb to a different livelihood. So this is, but this is a strength of our ecosystem. And then we also have skilled technicians. I don't know how many people in Mumbai industry and other industries from Odisha joined as DOP in Mumbai, joined as sound engineers, editors, directors, music directors, Foley artists, many. You name one, I can tell thousands. So this is also another strength Odisha is having. Our skilled technicians बहुत अच्छी सबू प्रकार इंडस्ट्री काम कर from here to Hollywood, everywhere our technicians are working. So this is our strength. Then our communication strength is also now growing up. So to reach out and particularly over internet and all. So we do a lot of works. I had heard for last 7-8 years in Bhubaneswar and different parts of Odisha, we get Hollywood works to do the post-production over here. only because of the information highway. So this is the advantages we have. We can convert it to a outsourcing hub for post-production works, not only just location hunting and all, and some animation works. Of course, there are a lot of studios that are outsourcing a lot of works to Odisha. So and the studios are surviving. And we also have a great learning base, and we are digitally modern. Amar IT park achi, amar IT technicians, IT engineers bahut achanti. Amar learning base bahut universities achi, around 2 dozen of universities are working in and around of city and outskirts of remote areas. So learning base am pakhare bahut badha achi, badha infrastructure achi. We are digitally connected. We are advantages of having advantages of all these things. So taku ame tike ame jodi convert kari pariba kichi skilling program ku to further upskill these technicians and this workforce. This will be much better. And another thing which frequently Odisha tourism is talking about, and recently some mainstream web series and films has been shot in Odisha in association with tourism department. So there are huge unexplored geographic advantages our land is having. Amaro jemti Odisha tourism ro gote slogan achi, India's best kept secrets. So bahut gude secrets eparjanto bhi unexplored जेटा मु आज नुहे 25 वर्ष तळु I was trying to reach out to people कि एमती advantages अच्छी. There are a lot of unexplored shoot where no one shot before कह कि गोटे एमती caption मु campaign te start करथली 2004 रु to attract producers and filmmakers to shoot in my own land. So एटा गोटे another advantage of our own land is there. So एटा गोटे माने we should not forget that we are sitting on a treasury, we are sitting on a piles of treasures of natural locations, natural habitats and all. So ସେଇଟାକୁ ଆମେ କେମିତି କ୍ୟାଚ୍ କରିବା in coming times is also a big challenge on him. Then last but not the least, we have treasury of untold stories. I don't know how many people had got Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan from the literary work we had done from our own land. Legends like Manoj Das and Man Singh had been born on this land. I am very proud that I am an Odia and I belong to that legacy. And these stories had not yet somehow come up to the screen, national screen or regional screen and all. So ସେଇଟାକୁ ଆମେ କେମିତି ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିକି ଏଇ ସବୁ stories, unique stories, whether mysterious stories हो कि cocktails हो कि आपणଙ୍କର mythological spoof stories हो or science हो, ସେ stories କିଛି ଏପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଆମେ କହିନୁ ଆମର content जो media entertainment content segment. So ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ବଡ ଜିନିଷ, ବଡ advantages ଆମର ଅଛି ଯୋଉଟା କି ଆମେ ଭୁଲି ଯାଉଛୁ, and we are simply aping other contents from outside, which we should not. So these are the advantages we have. And let's come back to the dark side of us, the disadvantages. जे आमर गोटे creative nourishment होनी, we don't have creative nourishment because we have a lot of technical schools, engineers and all these things are there. Like cinematography courses are there, audiography courses are there, sound engineering and editing courses are there. But animation training, animation courses are there. VFX training institutes, private institutes are there. But unfortunately, we don't have any screenwriting school over here promoted by the state government, or there has to be regarded as an apex screenwriting school. We don't have. We have a design school. We have an IFT over here. We have lot of technical schools, like we have BPFTIO. There are private institutes which are also training. There is a drama school which is actually churning out a lot of actors, a lot of musicians, a lot of artists, painters from our art directors. They are coming out of the art colleges, fine art colleges over here. Unfortunately, there is not a single screenwriting school or course, degree or diploma course in the state, which is actually not nurturing and developing our own literary things and converting it to a media and entertainment ecosystem formats where it can be actually done. So that blending of these, all these huge story treasury we are having is not happening. So we are desperately needing a screenwriting nourishment from the root, because that is the seed of any storytelling on audiovisual medium. So that is somehow creative nourishment ame miss koruchu. Ame seita ku kemti gote creative nourishment pai screenwriting school te hela ki gote content writing school hela, se type ro konasi gote efforts eporjanto haini. Though we have special papers achi kichi college re, special papers are there on screenwriting or copywriting or content writing, blog writing and all. But there is no specific course like other universities in abroad and maybe in Mumbai also or other big cities. They have proper screenwriting schools, content writing schools. That we creative nourishment somehow we are lacking. Second important thing is amara intelligent upgradation honi. Amara धर गोटे पर्टिकुलर चेंजेस आसिला मीडिया रे ऑडियो medium re ki but recently we had seen a film or recently we had seen a blog or recently we had seen a very popular YouTube video, but we are not upgrading ourselves to that and we are not actually evolving say the intelligent upgradation amra honi depending on what is happening around. So seta gote school gote academic support re hi kebal hei paribo. It cannot happen overnight, and very few filmmakers they can be self-driven, self-drive hei ki kichi kari paranti. But gote academia rahile out ki better hobo I wish. Tapare amar gote bada jinsa lack karuchi. Though we have a film policy in the place, but we don't have a media entertainment policy. जोटा कि कर्नाटक रे अच्छी, आंध्र प्रदेश रे अच्छी, तेलंगाना रे अच्छी, महाराष्ट्र रे अच्छी, छत्तीसगढ़ रे अच्छी, झारखंड रे अच्छी. Unfortunately, we don't have a media entertainment policy. In media entertainment policy, hele kon hobo? Policy through re lot of investors can come to our own state. Like 20th Century Parks, Disney had invested in Bangalore. Lot of people come because they get all these facilities through these policies. So seida kon hala se facilities paila pre se media entertainment policy taro bahut advantages achi. Se policy through re we get subsidies, we can get land for erecting a studio or maybe erecting a small film city or erecting a technical facility or maybe post-production unit, VFX setup or something like that, or a green mat or a motion capture studio. So a policy through re ame good agents achieve kari pariba even if we don't have money. Ampagara paisa nathile bhi ame investors ko attract kari pariba. Je policy amuku etiki prakar subsidy dauchi, advantages dauchi. By that companies in the motive of profit making expect kariki they can come and they can establish their setup over here. Amara eta mu kohuni gote assume kariki, but this thing happened wherever there is a policy, there is amara jouthi bhi gote policy implement heichi, Karnataka ho apanangara Hyderabad ho Telangana ho jouthi bhi a media entertainment policy implement heichi, bigger players had come. You look at Rajamouli had grown only because Karnataka government policy, and he started with a small VFX film like Makhi, and because of that workforce built up over the years, he could dare to go for Bahubali, and now recently RRR had released. So it will give immense potential, immense capacity to a filmmaker to exercise his creativity and his own visualization on screen. So you never know, even if there are Disney will come, 20th Century Fox will come, other stars will come, they only will do their own work. But in the ripple effect, whatever the workforce they will build, that workforce will actually complement to our own industry. So it is very important that policy has to be there. Policy ta roile bahut guda advantages ama pakhar roibo to exercise and develop better contents and grow our own ecosystem. Then comes the markets and events. I mean, we nobody knows. Last year only, last 2018, I think 19, 2019 re amara Odisha ru alpa kichi loko film bazaar jaitile. I was also one among them. But before that, nobody knows. Mu nijo pocket ru bag varo steel modre jaiki ବିଭିନ୍ନ market exposure paiki sethi buying selling kariki mo content pitching kariki ase. But our industry, our makers, our producers, distributors, they hardly know about that. They what opportunity achieve will go to the market and will showcase and try to sell, whether the content is good or bad. But we will at least know what is the market vibes, what are the markets are accepting or not. So unless until our say market exposure nahi, jodi nahi, through policy backup, I mean, nije gote market karki will invite buyers from all across. We'll invite Netflix, we'll invite Amazon, we'll invite Stars, Hotstar, Disney. We can invite a lot of buyers all around. There are production houses who are looking for contents. Luckily, there are some young entrepreneurs like BNR Films and a lot of people like our own OTT, AAO NXT. We are trying to set up something like this in recent future, maybe 2 years down the line. So, but it has to be state-driven. Unless until people will be united and people will be initiating for a policy, this will not happen. So we don't have these markets and these events happening where buying and selling can happen. I tried in past that to do something like this, but unfortunately it didn't happen yet. So eita gote amaro pakhare nahi e porjanto, we have to create it. Tapare gote healthy media interaction houni ete amaro healthy show guda hochi, discussion show hochi internet amaro television channels re je kemti ame gote content market re better content tiyari kari pariba, gote parivartana ani pariba, गोटे चेंज आनी परिबा हमर जहां भी मीडिया एंटरटेनमेंट वर्तमान जो अवस्था अछि ताटर केमती बेटर कुनो से हेल्दी मीडिया इंटरेक्शन ता होनी सेटा गोटे हमर गोटे बड़ बड़ ड्रॉबैक सेटा वंस इन ए ब्लू मून मे बी 2 वर्ष 3 वर्ष थरे कोनोसी गोटे चैनल गोटे कोन करि देला कोन नाही सेही भली होउची. इट हैज टू बी ए रेगुलर इंटरेक्शन कि कोन कोठी प्रॉब्लम रहउची कोन पई कि मेकर्स आम फिल्म मेकर्स माने बेटर परफॉर्म करि पारनांती सेमान पोटेंशियल अछि सेमान टैलेंट अछि सेमान क्रिएटिविटी अछि कोठी कोन लैक करछु हमें करि पाबनु कि हमें फेल करछु ऑडियंस को थिएटर को आनिया पई कि हमरो चैनल को आनिया पई देखिया पई हम कंटेंट को कि हम ओटीटी रो कंटेंट को कंज्यूम करिया पई. सो वी हैव टू हेल्दी interact with each other to find out where it goes wrong. So unless until that is there, we cannot actually perform. So say ita gote we also lack. Then comes the sixth point. Amar creator mane, am maker mane, amar viewers ko saita interact करंतिनी. जे ए viewers टा हम content देखि कि भलो करिवो कि नाही सेटा हमर गोटे हेल्दी इकोसिस्टम कोची जदी हम गोटे छोटो फिल्म ते प्रोड्यूस करलु तार फास्ट रफ कट fast cut, at least different cross section of people we invite and show them. किछि नहीं 50 टा कि 100 टा लोक को देखे कि हमें तांकर फीडबैक नवा आमे जानिबा जे कोन एक्चुअली लैक करूची कंटेंट रे कोन तांकर गोटे लेमैन हिसाब रे गोटे रिक्शा पुलर गोटे पान दुकान ठू नै कि गोटे कॉर्पोरेट सीईओ को भी देखेबा we can get a feedback common किछि तो कॉमन जिंस रहइबो जे जोटा कि हम लैक करथु हम कंटेंट रे हम ताकू चेष्टा करिया जोटा फाइनल कट जतरे बेटर करिया पाए सो दैट कंज्यूमर क्रिएटर्स को ब्रिज टा जोटा सेटा बहुत गैप रह जाउची सेटा को हमकू केमिति हेले वी हैव टू ओवरकम दिस तापरे आउ गोटे सबुठार बड़ ड्रॉबैक जोटा लास्ट ड्रॉबैक मु कहबी नोबडी इज इंटरेस्टेड फॉर को प्रोडक्शन बिकॉज जिते बेले कौन सी जिते पुराना जो रुग्ण इंडस्ट्री देखो मराठी इंडस्ट्री सर्वाइव्ड ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ को प्रोडक्शन आमर कर्नाटक इंडस्ट्री वाज फार लैगिंग बिहाइंड ओडिया इंडस्ट्री इज आल्सो 80-90 इयर्स ओल्ड सो आमर किंतु आमे तांको ठार बहुत पछर रही जाइछु आमर एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री इंडिया रो एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री रो 3% जस्ट 3% but next 4 years 5 years एमिति हो that we can at least take this up to at least 15% at least 15% पे हमें ट्राई कर परिबा जे हम कंटेंट पे थ्रू वेब हो थ्रू थिएटर हो थ्रू अदर मीडियम हो somehow 15% पे at least तो ट्राई करबा हमें कि हां हम कंटेंट ता वर्ल्ड कंज्यूम कर मे बी हमर कंज्यूमर नोवेस न थाई पर वी आर वेरी स्मॉल स्टेट हमर 4 कोटी पॉपुलेशन 5-6 कोटी पॉपुलेशन है बट द थिंग इज दैट सही कंटेंट को हम जदी नेशनल लेवल को नहीं कि जाई पारलु ताहले लुक साउथ कंटेंट आर गेटिंग कंज्यूम्ड ऑल ओवर इंडिया तो आमे कहीं की करि परिबन सो को प्रोडक्शन एवेन्यूज आर नॉट देयर धर गोटे प्रोड्यूसर डिसाइड करूची जे मु एट कंटेंट आर टिके बजेट हे जाउची मोर गोटे सांग प्रोड्यूसर अछि लेट मी हैंडशेक विथ हिम कि हम एटा मिसी करी करि दवा केमती कोन करबा even if they are friends they are not doing kai bhai tu sango ठीक अछु किंतु हम बिजनेस संगे रे करिया which is actually very bad so always we open arms for co-production avenues co-production कले ही हमें सर्वाइव करि परिबा ये कहंती कोटे कथा रे अछि एक से भले दो अगर एक से एक मिलेंगे तो 11 हो जाएगा अगर यहाँ पे कोई भी कुछ कह रहा है if anybody is listening in Hindi, I'm just telling you, कोई भी कुछ कह रहा है कि भाई ठीक है चलो मिलके करते हैं वो नहीं करता है वो बोलता है नहीं यार वो उसके साथ क्यों करेंगे इसके साथ क्यों करेंगे ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए if you see wherever there is co-production that industry is vibrant that media entertainment ecosystem is really vibrant and really growing really healthy and really rocking. So it is happening everywhere. We are telling our industry as Hollywood, which is again a plagiarized name, should say Odia Chitranagari. Amar Odia Chitranagari ki Odia Chalachitra Jagata. कहबार कौन असुविधा अछि आम यूनिकनेस टाको आमे काहे कि मिस करबा तनु आम सेटा को कहबा दरकार आ ता सहित आमर जदि सेठी आमे देखुछु हॉलीवुड रे गुडे को प्रोडक्शन होछि अलग इंडस्ट्री रे को प्रोडक्शन होछि मुंबई रे होछि साउथ रे होछि आमे को प्रोडक्शन करिवार असुविधा कोन अछि तो को प्रोडक्शन इज द ओनली वे टू ब्रिंग बेटर कंटेंट मो जानिबारे प्रोड्यूसर मिशंतु डायरेक्टर भी कोलैबोरेट करंतु दीटा तीनटा डायरेक्टर मिसी की काम करंतु चारटा डायरेक्टर मिसी की काम करंतु unfortunately that vibrance had not come जदि ये कहला मु सेटा करबिनी से कहबो मु सेटा करिबी सेटा हबा दरकार नै let's shake hands and do something together तमरो स्ट्रेंथ अछि हमरो भी स्ट्रेंथ अछि हमरो वीकनेस अछि तमरो भी वीकनेस अछि मिसी की करबा हमें वीकनेस गुडा को ओवरकम करबा परस्पर को हेल्प करिकि स्ट्रेंथ गुडा को आउरी कैपिटलाइज करबा आउरी बेटर करबा इतरे असुविधा कोन अछि so co-production avenues we are very essential for growth of any industry ecosystem so I have suggested I had just shown what is the media entertainment ecosystem essentials. So I was not supposed to talk about what could be the roadmap, but because I'm in the industry, so I thought it would be better I can show some way where we can have a possible roadmap. Like I said, uh, uh, we have to have a policy in place, which is not there. Media entertainment policy is not there. So ତା ପାଇଁ କଣ କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ, ଆମକୁ ଗୋଟେ society formation କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ. ଆମେ କାମ କରୁଛୁ, ବହୁତ ଲୋକଙ୍କ ସହିତ କଥା ହେଲୁଣି already, ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ core group ବି କରିଛୁ. And once that society is getting formed, then we can actually apply for getting into a policy making in the state media entertainment policy making. Unless until there is a state policy to regularize everything, it will be very difficult to proceed further in this thing. ଏବେ ଯେତିକି ବି ଜିନିଷ ଅଛି ବହୁତ fragmented, scattered, and ବହୁତ difficulties face କରୁଛୁ to create contents and make it reach to the public. बहुत problem होची. तापर तार implementation सेटा भी बहुत important. So once you make a policy, how we can effectively implement it is also very important. Without that, we cannot actually make this thing. तापर हमारा आउ गोटे बड़ा production possible roadmap which is knowledge exchange and co-production. Like I said, co-production cannot be only done within our own community. We can also open arms to other places, producers from outside of Odisha, outside of the nation. So there is also a possibility of co-production we can do. Then knowledge exchange also we can do, because they know something else, we know something else. So if that knowledge exchange will be there, then definitely the product will come out good and much better than what we had thought of earlier during conceiving that content. So ଏଇଟା ବି ଗୋଟେ possible roadmap ର ଗୋଟେ yardstick ରହିବ, ଗୋଟେ landmark ରହିବ, knowledge exchange and co-production. Then I suggest there has to be a media entertainment park. Like in our state, we have IT and IT enabled special economic zones. Similarly, we should have a special economic zones for media entertainment sector. It can be giving way for production studio, a blue mat floor, a small film city or big film city, or the park also include animation studios, VFX facilities, post-production facilities, motion capture studios. So all these things has to be there while we are thinking about a media entertainment park. And of course, film city is one part of it. Erecting a film city is a part of that park, which I thought I had just mentioned. So in policy, normally people think that there is only subsidy will get out of making films. It is not that. Subsidy will be, definitely subsidy will be there. But other forms of encouragement to the creators, like, if you are making a content to glorify your own land, glorify the tourism, then tourism will give logistical supports, and then also policy will also take this botheration to take your films to the globe. Like ame gote film te ame tiyari kolu, ame amar state bhitere 10-12 ki 8-10 theater ki 20 theater release kardu. That is the end of it. We had not explored ki amar auri amar ei content ro consumer Malaysia re thai paranti, Indonesia re thai paranti, Philippines thai paranti, Gulf countries re thai paranti, Europe re thai paranti, America re thai paranti. So why not the policy will have an amendment where government can take this, facilitate the makers to go to those markets, to those territories and sell their product. Even if they can do it physically, they can do it virtually, can bridging with the players over there. So this is what a brief roadmap I had suggested for the ecosystem upliftment, but I was just telling about the essentials of ecosystem. But these are the ways and means. And one more thing, the content, as I said, the major component of oxygen in the ecosystem. So content creation, starting from screenwriting schools and all to park and all these things are very essential. And to think upon, get united, go for the co-production. So, and little bit like amara Odia re gote katha କହିବାକୁ ଚାହିଁବି, I quote unquote ଉତ୍କଳମଣି ପଣ୍ଡିତ ଗୋପବନ୍ଧୁ ଦାସଙ୍କୁ quote unquote କହିବି, ଜାତି ନନ୍ଦିଘୋଷ ଚାଲିବ କି ଭାଇ ସ୍ୱାର୍ଥକୁ ସାରଥି କଲେ। ତେଣୁ ଆମକୁ ଟିକେ ସେଲ୍ଫଲେସ୍ ହେଇକିରି ଆମକୁ ଚିନ୍ତା କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ଫର୍ ଦ ହୋଲ୍ କମ୍ୟୁନିଟି, ଯେ ଭଲ କଣ୍ଟେଣ୍ଟ ଆଣିବା, ଭଲ ଭାଇବ୍ରାଣ୍ଟ କରିବା ଆମର ମିଡିଆ ଏଣ୍ଟରଟେନମେଣ୍ଟ ଇକୋସିଷ୍ଟମକୁ। ତ ଆମେ ପରସ୍ପର ସହିତ ଇଣ୍ଟରାକ୍ଟ କରିବା, ମିଶିବା, ୟୁନାଇଟେଡ ହବା। Let's do make things together, make things happen together, forgetting about pulling each other's leg. And normally it happens in small places, but belong to the land of Jagannath, we should be broader, we should be bigger. ଆମେ ବଡ ଦୋଳ କହୁଛୁ, ବଡ ଦାଣ୍ଡ କହୁଛୁ, ବଡ ଠାକୁର କହୁଛୁ, ଆମ ମନକୁ ବଡ କରିବାର ଅଛି, ଆମ ହୃଦୟକୁ ବଡ କରିବାର ଅଛି, ଯାହା ଭିତରେ ସମସ୍ତେ ରହିପାରିବେ। ତାହେଲେ ଆମେ ବୋଧେ ସଫଳ ହେଇପାରିବୁ। ଏଥିରେ ଆଉ କିଛି ଦୁଇମତ ନାହିଁ, ଏତିକି ମୁଁ କହିବି। And I am actually hopeful ki ame jiti pariba, we can win. And my best wishes and heartfelt thanks to Media Entertainment Skill Council, Pooja, Silpa and others, Mohit Soni, Arpanes, everybody. I am thankful to them, and I hope I had addressed what the people had expected out of it. But these are the basics. এই ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡାକ ଛାଡ଼ିଲେ ଆମେ କିଛି ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରିରେ ପ୍ରୋଗ୍ରେସ କରିପାରିବାନି ନିକଟ ଭବିଷ୍ୟତ। So let's make it a target. Within 4 to 5 years, we'll take this challenge of 15% of entertainment revenue of India should come to our land. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Really means a lot. I think you have covered almost everything. और वो कहते हैं ना, हिंदी में कहते हैं कि वो नव्स पकड़ लेते हैं जब हम तो आपने वो जो मेन पॉइंट है उसकी नव्स पकड़ के उसका रोड मैप दिखा दिया है। एंड डेफिनेटली इन कमिंग 4-5 years Odisha film industry will be blooming a lot more jitna pehle kiya hai। And of course we all remember Mr. Mahir Das on this day because थोड़े टाइम पहले उन्होंने वेबिनार भी किया था। And when we talk about Odisha and Odia, he is one personality which cannot be never be forgotten. So and truly it was a pleasure for me to meet him. So इसी के साथ thank you so much. Just one token of respect for Ranjit sir from our side. We would like to issue one certificate of appreciation for sir, and this certificate will be shared to you, sir. And thank you so much for conducting this workshop, especially focusing on Odia, because all our states are equal, and all the states are doing pretty
it's a privilege. I must say this is Aji Utkal Divas Achi. Today is the foundation day, formation day of Odisha Formation Day. So I congratulate all Odias across the globe, and it's a privilege that I am talking to Odias as well as Odia lovers from all across the globe. And today I am so privileged that I am talking to my own people. ମୋ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଇ ଭଉଣୀ ମାନଙ୍କୁ ଉତ୍କଳ ଦିବସର ବହୁତ ବହୁତ ହାର୍ଦ୍ଦିକ ଅଭିନନ୍ଦନ ଆଉ ଶୁଭେଚ୍ଛା, ଆଉ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରଣାମ ଜଣାଉଛି ଜଗନ୍ନାଥଙ୍କ ଚରଣରେ। ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରୁଛି ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ଭଲ ହଉ, ମଙ୍ଗଳ ହଉ, ଉନ୍ନତି କରନ୍ତୁ, ସୁସ୍ଥ ରୁହନ୍ତୁ, ସଫଳ ହୁଅନ୍ତୁ।
Wonderful, sir. Blessings भी आ गए अभी तो। So blessings किसी भी language में हो, it reaches your heart.
Yes.
So with this, I'd like to thank you so much for your time today, sir. Really means a lot having you here.
Same here,
Always
same.
love talking to you, and आपके साथ बहुत मजा आता है, and I'm sure the same is the feedback of everybody watching, and anybody who has missed can go and watch again. So
Oh,
thank
I
you so
love them. I love my crowd.
Thank you so much, sir. Take care
Thank you.
and happy Foundation Day of Odisha.
Thank you. Thank you so
Take
much.
care, everyone. Take care. Enjoy. We'll meet soon. Bye bye. Thank you, sir. Dhanyavad.